So here we are at the Dannebrog City Park. Dannebrog's the nicest place around to run in the summer, honestly, because it's one of the only places that has trees where you can get some shade. It also has the nicest walking and biking trail around these parts. So you've got basketball courts, kind of an outdoor picnic area, the little playground set. Or how about this for Nebraska? Repurposed irrigation tube for playground equipment. See what this says. Just general warning. It's an old kind of cabin here with a fireplace. I don't know if they use it for much of anything anymore. Back when I was a kid, they had some Boy Scout meetings here. And you can't look in, it's locked. They've had some repairs here. So here we have the reason why this is the best place to run. You get shade is because they have the creek here, which apparently you can fish at. I didn't know that. Again, we had some pretty good rains recently, so got a lot of flow. Do a pretty good job of covering graffiti here, which I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of personally. So there we're on the street by the park. Just going across the bridge here. You see the banks of this are pretty high. But in the Great Nebraska flood, this whole thing did flood. Caused quite a bit of damage around here. That's Sycamore Lane. There's the running path that goes through. We're going to take a look down here though, at this little bridge. So there's a good amount of water in here now. Usually it's fairly dry. So unfortunately I'm not going to be able to really get in there. Well, maybe if I wear some overboots. Not sure how deep that is. If we can get down and look. Well, not terribly deep. Have that pipe there. Normally you can hike up quite a ways in this. It's kind of just a little tributary. It's not very wet usually. And we're looking at the other side of it. So the main road through town is Roger Welsh Avenue. It's a author kind of famous around here, and a historical writer too. Fortunately passed a couple of years ago. Went to school with his daughter. There's Sycamore Lane again. And right out here there's some horses. I don't see them out here now. To keep some horses here. I'll smell them. Yeah, must not be out and about right now. Windy path. And we'll get a closer look at the little creek here. There's some pretty good flow here. There's the baseball fields. Off in the distance is the old schoolhouse, which is condemned now, or at least abandoned. A lot of little towns around Nebraska have schools like that. I think they didn't tear them down because these old schools were built in the era of asbestos and cost a whole bunch of money just to tear them down. So usually they're just kind of left vacant to rot, let nature take its course. Although, you know, most of them are brick and they're pretty well built, so they're going to last a while. Into the pasture area there. Things start turning nice and green for spring. Alright, we're coming to the end of the trail here. There is a section where you lose the trail. It goes through town and hooks up east outside of town, which you'll see. Not a big deal here. But you have to kind of hook up on the trail going through the highway through town, which, I mean, so it's Dannebrog, Nebraska, not like it's a high traffic area. Oh, a nice spring setup they got here in this house. Pretty nice. A whole bunch of flowers. Here we're at the school again. So someone's here. So it appears like they're actually doing something with it. Interesting. I'll have to ask the parents about that. And the lights, so there's power in there. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe trying to turn that into apartments or something. Did not expect that, actually. Looks like this is a place for birdhouses. It's pretty cool. Pump controls. Wonder if that's Some kind of anti-flooding measure. Down to a sewer trench. Here we're coming up on another bridge over the creek. Forget the name of it. I'll have to see what it is and remind me. That's a lot of flow. Much more than usual. Usually it's almost bone dry here. Take a look at the other side too. Yeah, wow, look at that. It's the most I've ever seen it. Very nice. Old abandoned structure here. Not sure what this used to be. See if we can look inside it. I don't want to drop it. Some kind of barn, I suppose. People have parked here to go across the street there to Dannebrog Delights, an ice cream shop, which definitely going to make a stop there. This is a junk jot sign advertising stuff. I don't know if they actually open that up for it or not. You have a pretty recent door here. Yeah, I don't think it's too grimy in there for that. We got a super narrow horse trailer. Nebraska Rodeo Notables Hall of Champions. Memory of Ron Iverson. Look how narrow that is, though. An old saddle here. Rodeo mural. Dannebrog, Nebraska's Danish capital. In the spring of 1871, several members of the Danish Land and Homestead Company from Wisconsin claimed land along Oak Creek. The migrants, led by Lars Hannibal, were drawn by fertile soil and the idea that Danes from across the U.S. and the Old Country could form a colony in Howard County. Hannibal called the settlement Dannebrog, the name of the red and white national flag of Denmark. Construction of a water-powered grist mill on Oak Creek sparked the village's early growth, and Dannebrog unsuccessfully sought the county seat in 1874. The town almost disappeared in the early 1880s when businesses relocated to Nysted, but the coming of a railroad in 1885 brought new life. Dannebrog was incorporated in 1886. By 1920, the population peaked at 436. Germans, Czechs, Poles, and Swedes also settled at Dannebrog. Although the founders' dream of an exclusive colony of Danes was never realized, Dannebrog and the nearby towns of Nysted and Dannebrog preserved the Danish heritage. In 1989, the Nebraska legislature proclaimed Dannebrog as Nebraska's Danish capital. Yeah, there are several nationalities that were discriminated against in American history, including like the Irish and Italians, but still the idea of making a whole settlement exclusive to one nationality just is pretty un-American to me. But like I said, didn't work out that way anyway. Here's Oak Creek flooding, 84. Well, yeah, there's been a more recent one than that. I wonder if they're going to make one of these. Speaking of, this is one of the businesses that got pretty much demolished by the flood. Not entirely sure what they're building here. It's taking their time, but getting something done. Here's the Danish bakery. Make a mean kolache. They also do the pizzas on Thursdays, which are super stacked up, thick, deep dish ones. Is there a fire hall? Some murals on this building by the post office. There's a barber shop. Country Clipper, I've been there. Bed S'mores Antiques, I've not been here. Interesting. And my girlfriend probably liked to come here. And they made this little fitness place here. It's even got the old kind of barbershop floor. It's pretty cool. The old this old warning siren. I don't know if that one still works. It might. It looks like it's hooked up. The remains of an old lumber yard here. This is the remains I most wanted to check out. I'm guessing some kind of a garage. Quite extensive damage. Maybe a fire that caused this to cave in, I don't know. I've got an extension cord running in there. Yeah, it definitely looks like fire damage. See if I can get over to that window. There's a duck. That safety helmet didn't do too much good. I'm not step on any nails or anything here. Bunch of junk. Oh, so they got a bobcat stored in there. All right. There's a boat, chairs and tables, ladders, I don't know. Maybe someone might be attempting to do something with this place. There's a sign for the Danish baker. Whiteboard. There's a church and the water tower. Huh. This would be a pretty cool place if it was ever fixed up. Yeah, it needs a lot of work. Cool sconces. Oak Street Manor, Dannebrog Housing Authority. It's like a decent, nice place. Nice gazebo there. Look at this old building now. Does that say DCSC? Not sure. How cool is this building now? Ah, what does that say? DGS Company, 1908. Next to that is one. How cool is that building? Look at this old lumber yard. H. Peterson, 1885. H. Peterson and Sons, 1910. I don't think this is anything now. It's a nice bench. This is the American Legion. Now entering the home of the brave. Used to have a buffet served here from a lady named Marmot, but she's not medically able to do that anymore, unfortunately. It's another nice mural, an old cannon. There's Wold Electric, currently the old building. There's a newer one out by the highway that's also abandoned. Yeah, there's another junk jaunt sign. I don't think they're going to be having anything held in there though either. Another old building with a bunch of junk. Nice old houses here. Alright, so this is the main drag. You have to go along the sidewalk here, hook up with the trail further down the road here. Got the ubiquitous storage areas. This must have been, this is probably just a fence for an old house. I assume a house used to be here. Looks like someone's got a nice little hangout joint overlooking the Oak Creek. Another birdhouse. This cool stone arch. Right here we have, I suppose this is officially the trail start. Got the sign for it. And across the street we have ruins of, I guess, a grain elevator. Pretty big puddle here. Take a closer look at this. Pretty cool. See if this will give us a look through here. That does not smell good in there. Might still be used for storage. Yeah, there's a new lock on it there. These buildings, maybe, maybe not. Not easily budged. Fairly new looking door here. Hey kitty, how you doing? Looks like a good spot. You got food? Yeah, I'll leave you alone. Yeah, it's a good kitty. Alright, well, let's get back on the trail here. I wasn't kidding about getting a rainfall. I'm sure what this little building is. Maybe a maintenance shed. Nice little clearing there. Keep that mowed. All right. So I'm just running with my phone here now. Got some steps down there. Got nice little wooded areas. You just don't get that in Nebraska. Another drainage pipe through here. We got some random wreckage, junk piled here. Must be their road maintenance and stuff. Yep. All their road stuff here. Cell tower. We got the extensive rural co-op Dannebrog division. And look over the hills there. Getting off the trail, we're going to go down this dirt road back to the highway and over to another bridge. Alright, back at Highway 58. See, they got the welcome signs here. This is the east entrance. Got a big old farmstead over here. Nice big barn. Got the deer crossing sign. I really use these too. These highways around the rivers here are notoriously bad for deer jumping out. Heading over to that bridge. Alright, at the bridge. It's Highway 58 over the Middle Loop River. This is on the west side. And go down here. It's fairly well traveled. Lots of graffiti. See, there's a worn footpath here. Here, watch my step. And we get the local message board as usual. Use liar, cheater, which loose women are of ill repute. Various Nazi dog whistles. Cheery. Oops. Thorny stuff there I don't want to go over. Thorny stuff here I don't really want to read. And again, pretty good flow going around here. Usually in a drier month you can just walk out there and graffiti to your heart's content. Alright, looking north. Pretty good flow. I mean, it's shallow, but usually it is. Usually there's sandbars all the way. Still some sandbars over there. But pretty much you can pretty much walk all along that. Back there somewhere is where that little Oak Creek empties out. Go right out there. Been able to walk all the way down there before. Alright, looking south now. It's a pretty good current going through there actually, on that curve. Pretty muddy water. Alright, now we're on the east side of the bridge. Coming up on this, where people use this as a parking area. In the hot summer months. This is a local destination. People park here. There's a little trail down here to the water. Come and cool off in the river. By the way, the local golf course is down this way. Yeah, here we go. People pretty much ignore that. A little worn footpath here. No hunting or shooting allowed. Department of Roads. Not a private land one. Interesting. Some trash barrels here, so they've blown over. People are generally pretty good about keeping their trash in it here. I think this is probably more of a game trail. I don't know if many people actually go down that far. Man, yeah, this is a pretty good flow here. Continue under the bridge. And I've got some fallen trees, might make it difficult. See if I can get through here. Might have to go back up and over. Probably should have worn trail shoes. Well, doable. Not great. Can't just walk right up there when I go back. is more of the river dip inside, so there's more artwork. Yeah. Yeah, lots of the usual. Bob. What about Bob? At least we got some bands here. Some interestingly old ones. Yeah, quite a bit of flow going through. And that's yeah, pretty much all there is to see here. Dannebrog, 352 population. Small town. Alright, back on the trail by the co-op here. This goes through town by another church. Trail this way. Uh-oh. Ferocious dogs. So there has to some eclectic decor. Parking meter. Funny. Well, there are no horses allowed. It's that kind of area. Nice garden with a gnome. Mini barn. Case of air raid hiding here. Does it open? Apparently not. I guess working out, put your nose to the grindstone. Now to more of the co-op. Not just semis out that way. Pretty big operation here. Bunch of discarded tires. Now we're headed to another wooded area here. Let's see, we got a washout area here. Back through there's a cemetery. So you got some new good shade here. Also good windbreak for either side. And these are luxuries in Nebraska. Yeah. Where there's something there. Path off there leads to a cemetery, and there's the water treatment pools. And off to the left, you can go out along the highway. It's a little ways here. Alright. This is an area where people take their ATVs, mountain bikes, that sort of thing. Do some donuts and whatnot. And you can see why they call this the sand hills. It's this sandy soil. And it's pretty compact right now due to the rain. It's actually kind of nice to run on. I think it's like probably a half mile till you get to a ranch gate and you have to turn around here. You can see there are some hills out here, but precious few roads or paths to actually run on them. Like this path here is pretty flat, it just goes right by them. That's such as Nebraska. Alright, we're at the end of the path. You see, once you get far enough away from all the creeks and water and stuff, things are not so woodsy. Got some nice running out there though. Oh well, gonna head back into town. Got another woodsy area to check out before we bring it home. Alright, back at the trail. I think I'll go ahead and go through my other retention ponds here. Actually not that interesting, but generally speaking, they don't stink or anything either, usually. Another small town, Ravenna, has trails all around theirs. To take you up there sometime. Back there to the cemetery. I don't like cemeteries. It's kind of a mower path here. So you don't gain much going on this. So just staying on the trail. Unless you want to add a loop. I mean, it's not bad, but I can stop off, check out the creek here. I don't know, people might go fish there, or might just be a deer path for getting some water. Wastewater treatment facility. Got 3 pools here. Found a toad. Hey little buddy. What you doing? Chilling. Alright. Head down to a footbridge here. There's no traffic going by because you get the zero middle shaking. Alright, now we're coming up to probably a star attraction of the trail here. You can read the sign here, maybe. Yep, Hannibal's Woods Nature Trail. So this is a Hannibal family that owns this land here. Not Hannibal Lecter, just the Hannibals. Nice people. They actually own the Dannebrog Delights, which is that ice cream shop. So they actually used to, in their Dannebrog days, or whatever it's called, I think they held a 10K, I think a 5K and a 1 mile, but it's been a few years since I've done it. I think it might have been a COVID casualty, unfortunately. There's actually some strong runner presence here in this small town in the middle of nowhere in Nebraska. This is the town that Casey Lichtig is from. A world elite ultra runner. So she won Western States, the 100-mile one year. I don't remember exactly what year that was, probably like 5-6 years ago. She also had a top 10 finish at UTMB. I think that was just a year or two after that win. So I'm acquainted with her. Occasionally I've bump into her on these trails. See, her mom still lives here, and actually know her a little better and bump into her more often on the trails. All right. Little Danish trivia things, I guess. Oh, that one's gone. Mini hill. Smells nice in here. Little Mermaid. Huh. That's a Danish story, I guess. So you learn something new every day. Speaking of, heard some old library found more of the Grimm stories. Hopefully those will be released sometime. New Harbor. Capital Landmark Trail. So apparently this is supposed to be the entrance, but it says Eagle Scout Project by Warren Mercer. And we're back on the trail, headed to town. Dannebrog Fit Station. Stretches. Hi. Trail map. There's the west entrance town sign. There's the, it also used to be old electric. Yeah, there's the horse and buggy crossing, or not crossing I guess, but warning. That's a new development here. I don't know, maybe a year or so I guess. There's some Amish moved in outside town. Not exactly sure where. I haven't seen them here at all yet. Of course I don't live here. Yep, there's the horses. I'll zoom in there. There's Hannibal Street. And we're back at Sycamore Lane where we started. So we're after a good run. Let's see. Time to get over there. Maybe just shy of 8 miles. Not that great. I've run a lot more just running, but I want to get this tour done. It's nice old houses here. Head across the bridge and over to Dannebrog lights. We got some kids shooting hoops here. Dude, Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Oh, dude, 100 Nipples. Got all the good ones here.
Cheers.